Come on.
God damn.
I'm gonna meet y'all after this intro.
All right, nope.
What's going on, everybody? Hey, it's about that time once again. July 2nd,
First.
2018.
First.
The LeBron James Sweepstakes is now over. We'll talk about that later on. But first, let's meet the panel.
Oh, shit.
102, what are you going to do? Up first, from the DMV. Now, in the DMV, hold on. Hell, what's going on here?
Oh, Lord.
I'm messing up the intro. Let's start that over again, damn it. From the top.
Yo.
Yo. Yo.
That beat is crazy.
Shit's stupid. Yeah. Man, I need that for a motherfucking wake up alarm.
About that time, talk that stuff. July 2nd, number 102. The LeBron James Sweepstakes is over with. We'll talk about that a little later. But first, let's meet the panel. Let's meet the panel. Up first, from the DMV, ladies and gentlemen, hard at work. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Black Man.
Greetings and salutations.
Up next, this man is also hard at work from North Carolina, Jersey, wherever you all have the green earth. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Dak Dunlap.
Peace, peace, peace.
Up next, from Seattle, been a while, long time on a long hiatus. Now he's back. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Clark the Spark.
What's up? What's up?
Clack the Spack.
In his custom double negative people shirt that I want. Ladies and gentlemen,
right
cruising on the freeway. Let's get up for Mike Notes. I see you. Hands on the steering wheel. Up next, from Flint, Michigan. Also in Michigan, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Mr. Wallace, a.k.a. Where is Wallace?
What up, though? That be hard.
Up next, from the West Coast, ladies and gentlemen, this man's happy. Still, looks like the Warriors are still on the top of the conference. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for now at least, RTO Beats.
Nigga, we always gonna be on top.
Up next, Saginaw, Michigan, home of the Saginaw Pirates. Ladies and gentlemen,
the Saginaw Bold Tails.
Bring it a two-step. Let's give it up for her. She's blessed. No, she's that blessed girl. And I am from Jersey, now in Florida, DJ WIDEBODY. And this is Talk That Stuff, number 102. Cavaliers fans are boo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Davenport, New Jersey, is going to be yellow. We're all going to chip in and get it for them. We're going to put Davenport on the back. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go. Let's get it. Ah. countdown for Nova Scotia begins. We got 10 days for the magic to happen. Let's go. What's going on, everybody? What's happening? What's happening?
A lot.
Yeah, a lot. A lot has happened in the last 24 hours. A lot has happened this week. We're here to talk about it. Obviously, the LeBron James Sweepstakes is now over. Also, we're going to talk about little coons and what they do and all that stuff. But in case you didn't hear, LeBron just signed a 4-year, $54 million contract. 4-year, $154 million contract with the LA Lakers, ladies and gentlemen.
The first thing he should do is shave his shit bald. Pause.
Yeah. Like shit.
Fuck it. Just let it go. Let it go.
You be on that motherfucker looking like a mole.
All over, baby. Start all over.
Right. Durant also reported that Durant turned down an offer to join LeBron in LA as well.
That's what's up.
Yeah. So Durant was actually they offered him some money too, and he turned it down. So I think that's a good move for Durant. I don't. We were talking before. He can go play anywhere he wants. Me as a basketball fan, I look at the East.
That shit's stacked now.
That shit East is trash now.
Yeah, like,
Right.
Hold up, it's wet. The East is wet, yo.
Trash. Just consider this.
Trash.
Just consider this. I mean, and here's a real true argument. Is the Lakers team that LeBron is joining, was it better than the Cavs without LeBron?
Yeah, that's
good question.
Yes,
Good question.
until we don't know if they're gonna get Kawhi. They get Kawhi, then I got something to look at. But no, then it's the same fucking thing he had with Cleveland.
This team better be able to compete with the Warriors, man. That's all I say. If you're looking at this, and if that's all the moves they're gonna make, then you got
it ain't enough.
I think Kawhi.
If they don't get Kawhi, then I ain't got shit to be worried about.
Yeah, get Kawhi, then you start worrying. Then you want to start seeing how the dynamic.
But they still need more. They still need shooters, though. So
they need shooters, and they need somebody in the post too.
Yep.
They do. I think they're gonna get DeMarcus Cousins before they get Kawhi. Woo! Real talk.
And I'll be more concerned with that.
Then Kawhi?
Yeah, because that's a
DeMarcus poses a threat outside and inside.
Yeah, that's a dimension that Golden State. I don't know how they've dealt with guys with like teams with real good size, real skill size.
I had a chance to get a guy like Aaron Gordon. I think Orlando just wrapped him up, but
I mean, they've had their way, but they eventually find a way. You know, obviously we've seen they found a way to kind of supersede that. So
yeah.
I mean, we played them with them. We whooped them with when they had both their players. So we could make it happen, but that was AD and DeMarcus Cousins. This is LeBron and DeMarcus Cousins, which opposes a different type of threat.
Right.
So,
but nobody
got to get the rest of the team involved, though.
I'll be honest with you. LeBron can get Kawhi. LeBron can get Kawhi and DeMarcus. And I really, honestly, still don't see nobody beating Golden State. No. I don't.
Even with no moves,
I don't.
Golden State stays.
Golden State's bench is like a fucking starting five somewhere else.
That's what I'm saying. That's if they don't have a bench, then our bench would decimate.
Everybody goes cold, but Golden State don't be going cold for consecutive games like other motherfuckers do.
Somebody's gonna be on fire that night.
Well, they had the ability. You got to keep in mind too. They had the ability to rotate in at any time a guy who can hit 30 in the league easy. So anytime. you can run Clay with a 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th guy, and they gonna hold
Clay be the shooter. Yeah,
Clay, you know what I'm saying? So they can just change the offense to really cater towards somebody specific.
Yep.
Right.
And then don't let us get Jamal Crawford. That make it
really
even worse.
40 years old.
Yeah, you damn right I do. That's gonna make things even worse. That's another motherfucker who could just drop 20 at any given time.
They don't need to get nobody else. I mean, if Jordan Bell develops into a solid kind of like, you know what I'm saying, 15 and 10 type dude. I mean, Jesus Christ.
If I can get Jamal Crawford off the bench to put up the numbers he normally do, that's devastating. Like, get Nick Young ass up out of here. Bye. I don't give a fuck about Nick Young. I need a real score. I don't think
anyone does.
Like, if we can get scoring from slashing and just straight up scoring, period. Just scoring, period.
You don't think with Swaggy?
Crawford could do.
Why do you think with Swaggy, RCO?
Huh? What?
I was saying you don't fuck with Swaggy?
Hell no, I don't.
Swaggy Pete.
That was, you know.
Mighty chest.
One of the rhetorical joints.
That was a rhetorical question.
Like shit.
Yeah. Wait for Digger Hertz. If you're out there, Digger Hertz, waiting on you. Definitely want your thoughts.
That nigga over here hitting cartwheels right now.
Yeah.
Up in Memphis doing a Dougie and shit.
Let me ask this question to the panel. Being that Westbrook's a great player. I like Westbrook's a good player. Knowing that Westbrook has this reputation of not being able to play with other superstars and like guys in the names of like Harden or Baca and Durant leaving and Paul George coming along, we all thought Paul George was just a pit stop. He would eventually go over to the West Coast, either with the Lakers or the Clippers, or whatnot. For Paul George signing that with that money, man, what is that? Do you think that Paul George actually thinks that they have a chance? And also, Carmelo also locking up with the Thunder. What are your guys' thoughts on that Paul George move? Do you think that was a good move for Paul George to sign that money, man, that long-term deal?
I don't know, man. I don't know what they told him. They may have plans. I don't know. But
they gotta know something that we don't know. Just being honest, like
off top, no. But
I think they know.
Yeah, this is something that we don't know.
I think they know that LeBron's power is in his hair. So if he cut his hair, then he ain't gonna be putting up numbers like that.
I think maybe he got talked into. Maybe he got talked into being loyalty with Russell Westbrook. Being loyal. Carmelo opted in, so they didn't really have a choice with him. They got to pay him.
Yep.
I really don't understand. I don't see Paul George as being the most self-advocating motherfucker out there.
Yeah, right.
To be like, nah, nigga, I'm leaving. I don't really know if Paul George is an alpha type nigga.
Right.
At least he's never came across as such.
That's what I think. I don't know him personally, obviously, but I don't think that he's like that type of guy.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, we'll see. Yeah. To me, I thought it was dumb, but maybe it's. I think now, my whole thought was he wanted to go to LA to be the man. But now with LeBron coming here, he can't be that third option again. So he might as well just stay where he at if he's going to be third option and get more money.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Breaking down. So how much is this a year?
I mean,
divided by 4.
Like that dude being from LA, he already know about the Clipper curse. So I don't know why he would want to go to the Clippers. So,
yeah, Clippers are gonna get past. Guys making $38.5 million a year, so around the same. Who's he making? 37. So got a $1 million raise.
I mean, and here's the other thing. He could have signed a longer deal. Paul George could have signed a longer deal, and he could have signed like a supermax, couldn't he? No, I don't think he qualified for the supermax. But he took a 4-year deal. It makes no sense to me. I have no idea. He went through the trouble of he did the whole documentary that was on ESPN and this, that, and the third, and blah, and talking about his lifetime moves to play with the Lakers. But then again, who knows? Maybe they're gonna sign him, and then they're gonna trade him to LA. I don't know. It could be a sign and trade. I don't know.
All right, we'll see. It's starting. Yesterday was the first day of talk scenario that I do appreciate LeBron getting this shit over with though. We're not going.
Yeah. all the other dominoes can fall now. I don't know. Maybe Russell Westbrook made some kind of commitment to him. Because, I mean, when you think about it, right now, today, the Oklahoma City Thunder, Kawhi ending up where Kawhi ends. The Oklahoma City Thunder are still the fourth best team in that league. I mean, in that conference, at least.
Okay. Put them
behind Golden State, behind Houston.
Yeah, I don't know.
What? Okay,
you got Jazz to look at now.
Jazz but the Jazz
did beat them in the first round.
They did beat them, but Jazz is still gonna need more talent to be in that upper echelon. They beat them though. So who else? OKC. You got to put LA somewhere in the conversation. If DeMarcus Cousins stays with the Pelicans, you know what I'm saying? It could still be.
It all depends if LA get a second person.
Yeah.
So it's early,
but at the very best, they'll still be the third or fourth best team. At the very best that they could do.
And
they need to switch.
I mean, we still got Spurs. Don't count the Spurs out if they don't have Kawhi. You can't totally count them out.
Thank you.
Yeah.
BG, where you at, BG? Bless girl. Miss Bowens.
Can barely hear you.
Me?
No, BG.
BG. So she's on mute.
Lakers BG ain't talking about nothing.
So who do we see? So who do we see next year stepping up in the East? So we got Milwaukee, Boston, Philly.
Boston and Philly.
Yeah.
I mean, shit. You gonna look up? I mean, it's bad though. You gonna look up and you gonna have a team like a Chicago that might end up being like a 7th seed.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, Atlanta, some shit. You know, Giannis, Milwaukee. You still gonna have Toronto, even though they fired their coach.
Yeah.
Detroit will be better.
Yeah.
Detroit will be better because they have better coaches.
Be the sleeper next year.
Shit, Detroit needs some talent. Unless that nigga Luke can let Luke Kennard grow up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be struggling because, man, I don't know what they was thinking giving all that money to Blake Griffin. Anyway, Detroit, you might look up. Detroit is a team with some serious holes, and you might look up, and they might be like the 5th seed in the East. Milwaukee, you got Milwaukee, Philly, Boston. You got, not in that order. You got Milwaukee, Philly, Boston. You still got Toronto. You still got Washington.
Yeah.
Orlando may be okay. Miami gonna find a way into it.
Miami be eking in every fucking year.
Right, they do. Indiana, don't forget about Indiana.
Yeah.
You know, so, you know, it'll be interesting. But you know what? In the same token, the things have a way of working themselves out. You never know. They could get, you know, somebody. It could be a super competitive ass, you know, playoff or whatever. I still think Boston is still the best team, though.
Yeah, if Boston remains the same,
because Wiz got rid of Gortat too.
If everybody's healthy and they remain what they say in roster, Boston's #1 off top.
Yeah.
And Philly coming in second, then whoever else afterwards.
Kyrie will be back next year healthy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If we finally get Kyrie and Gordon playing and everything, see how that supposed to work out.
When
I tell you, I would sit tight. I wouldn't even go after Kawhi to fuck up my core like that. I wouldn't do it.
Yeah. Maybe Kawhi goes to an Eastern Conference team, man. Maybe that might happen.
I wouldn't doubt that.
Yeah, they was talking about the Celtics too. So I mean, who knows?
Ooh, thinking about him on that Celtics team, bro.
But yeah, but they gonna have to get rid of some motherfuckers though.
Fuck it, you can have them. Take whatever y'all want.
So who you letting go to get Kawhi?
One of them young motherfuckers. One of them.
It ain't gonna be just one.
And listen, I'm sorry, I'm eating. Listen, if I'm Boston, and if I'm San Antonio and Boston is calling me, I'm hanging up the phone if they're not talking about Jason Tatum. I'm hanging up the phone. I don't want to talk to you.
We know they ain't getting rid of Jason Tatum. That would be highly stupid.
I'm sorry. If they ain't talking about him, I'm good. I'm good.
Ain't giving that. Ain't letting that man go. Hell no. That's way too much potential.
Yeah.
Right.
Shit, I know Gordon probably gonna be gone. They probably get rid of Jaylen Brown and Hayward, Gordon Hayward, and Smart.
I wouldn't get rid of nobody. Here's the question: would you take Gordon Hayward, Jaylen Brown, and draft picks for Kawhi Leonard?
I think they depend on what the draft picks are though, because that ain't enough for Kawhi Leonard. Like that's fucking Kawhi Leonard. You talking about the NBA champion and defensive player of the year.
That's true. Finals MVP on your ass. Quiet as kept.
Yeah. Huh? Oh yeah, she just said it. Finals MVP. Like, yeah, nah. Yeah,
I'd rather have Jalen.
You
have
gotta give
Tatum.
a lot. They gonna be offering. They gonna be offering. They gonna be asking for Kyrie off top if they try to trade for fucking Kawhi. They got to because they need a fucking point guard. They need a scorer. They need buckets. Kyrie is that.
You're not gonna get Kyrie and Jason Tatum.
They're not getting Jason Tatum. That's not happening.
He's untouchable. He's untouchable to me.
That's just not happening.
Would you trade him? Would you trade Kawhi for Jaylen Brown, Rozier, and draft picks? No.
You better add someone else to that too.
Because they're not gonna give up both
Jaylen Brown, the rookie. I don't know where Rozier's at. I'd trade for Jaylen Brown. I'd trade for Rozier, Brown, and Hayward, and the draft picks.
Wow, that might work. That might work quite as kept. We still got Marcus Smart.
Yep.
You still got Kyrie.
You still got scores.
You put Kawhi at the small. Al Horford, whoever at power. Punk ass Marcus Morris. I hate that one.
All right, y'all. I caught up to Latrell Sprewell, and this is him. How he looks now. It's gonna be on my picture. Gonna be on my profile. So here's Latrell Sprewell looking like King Noah's little brother.
Yeah. Yeah. Wasn't he in a commercial not too long ago?
I don't know.
Come on, man. Why you gotta do Sprewell like that, man?
He's a blonde.
Come on, man.
That nigga look like Terrence Trent D'Arby.
That's what I was going to say. Nigga over there talking about, I'm talking about baby. Don't forget my number.
I ain't doing Latrell like that, man.
Sign my name across my heart. I want you to be my baby.
Look like Susan Sarandon.
Damn. He said that nigga look like Susan Sarandon on your ass. Affairs of the Heart looking ass.
Meryl Streep looking mom. All right, man. I hope you get it together, Latrell.
Man, y'all got me laughing like a mother.
What is wrong with the world?
Susan Sarandon, nigga.
I can't stand y'all in the chat, dog. Especially Matt. Matt be putting up videos at the most random ass places. I'm sitting in my office and shit.
You and Matt, you and Matt with the batteries in the chat, man. Y'all keep power on it,
You and Tim White is the most terrible niggas on Facebook.
Yo, Tim White be tagging me on shit, yo. Because he know I'm going to say some dumb shit, man.
Tim. Everything he posts, I have to find humor in it because I know he's laughing.
Yo, man, I be laughing half the stuff. I be laughing before I even post it.
Somebody, right? I've been trying to get him on here, man. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's his thing.
Yeah.
I wonder
he never did the podcast joints or nothing like that. Not that I know of, but I don't know him like that.
I wanted to ask, did anybody else listen to that Drake?
Nah, I mean, I would, listen to it and get that shit a spin, but like I did everything else. So I ain't just talking out the side of my neck.
One long song.
We say
that again.
One long song.
Damn, see, everybody got a different take. God damn, he said one long song.
Singing on one side and then rapping on the other. Is that the whole concept?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do a few.
He said one long song. That shit funny as hell.
Why's everybody dropping all at one time, though, man? Why don't they spread that shit out a little bit? What's the deal?
But that's how it used to be back in the day.
Yeah.
At the low now, ain't nothing.
Everybody want the summer. Everybody want to own the summer.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. It started in summer.
Yeah.
I want to be Jay-Z. Y'all remember that?
Everybody wanted to own that summer, man.
I remember at one point Jigga had the summers on a lot every summer.
Mm-hmm.
Never
it's either the summer or drop at the end of the year.
Yep.
Yeah.
Shout out to Cam Chancellor from the Seahawks. He announced his retirement due to neck injury.
Oh, the Seahawks is done.
Damn.
Yeah.
Seahawks is done.
They already lost.
Didn't Aaron Thomas leave?
Fucking LOB was pretty much dismantled already. Then now they lost Cam Chancellor too.
Yeah, I worked with Sam Averial's brother, and I used to work with his father until he died. But,
okay.
I don't know if he's still.
Damn, so all they got is fucking
Yep, Sherman gone.
All they got is the quarterback and what's the name? The tight end.
Thomas Ross, Jimmy Graham.
Yeah, Jimmy Graham.
Jimmy Graham
gone.
Baldwin.
Oh, you said Jimmy Graham gone?
I think Jimmy Graham's gone.
He went to New Orleans.
Where did he go?
He went somewhere. I thought I saw him in Green Bay.
I know he was
crazy shit.
Damn.
I have not seen any. I have not seen any preview or discussion about the NFL whatsoever. I have not seen any of it, and it's July. Straight up, none of it.
Unless you watch NFL Network, but it ain't on a lot of outlets like it usually is.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cliff Avrils a free.
Maybe they try to bring out that XFL again.
Oh no,
shit.
Hey y'all watching the Big Three?
Nah, I haven't seen one yet.
Yeah, watching highlights, man.
I watched Big Three.
Rashard Lewis could still play in the game, and so could Baron Davis.
Rashard Lewis was fucking MVP last year.
Baron Davis was shaking the shit out of motherfuckers, man. So was Corey McGetty.
Yeah.
He's still dunking shit.
Rashard Lewis can play in the NBA right now.
Yeah, absolutely. He got
and put up buckets. He will be effective.
Yep.
He about 38. He ain't that old, is he?
I know he ain't.
Because he came in the league as a high schooler.
Yep. He could go in there.
That nigga was killing last year.
Yo, he was killing that last game. They still got that old Denver point guard. Old dude. He in there getting wet too.
You talking about
I ain't want to
Rauf?
Yeah. He in there getting.
Yeah, he got a J. What about Mike Bibby?
He still be hitting.
Mike Bibby look like the dude on Prometheus.
Hell no, this nigga's stupid.
Look, what they call him, a colonist or some shit. They call him the others or something.
Nigga on Prometheus.
Jackson in there, he going to the hole and throwing Dave down too. But I wish Charles Oakley would shut the fuck up. You can hear all you hear is shoot the ball, back it all ball up, 2, 2, 3. All you hear is him like, yo, come on, B. Relax a little bit, man. Trying to enjoy the game. He hollering, man. Like Jesus.
Hey man.
That's what we do, man. We talk loud though. Do you notice that we just talk loud on GP?
Yeah,
we talk loud. We some loud talk.
Hey, you know what I'm hoping next year? Big Three. You got the Big Three, the first Big Three. You got Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, and Ray Allen coming
join the Big Three.
Yeah, that needs to happen. Make that happen, Kevin
That
Garnett.
would be dope. That would be dope, though.
Mm-hmm.
Big baby out there too.
He out there drooling on niggas.
Yep.
Oh shit!
Well, he needed a bologna sandwich in the fourth quarter, boy. He was tired.
Did you say he needed a bologna sandwich, y'all?
He needed a bologna sandwich.
Like the bologna sandwich was gonna make that nigga less tired.
Right? Motherfucking power up.
You're right, big baby.
Man, you know they was out, and I wish they bring that shit back because it was dope when it was out.
World League football,
slam ball.
Oh yeah.
Oh hell yeah.
See the World League.
Yeah.
Mustard on a nigga sandwich be 15 extra life points and shit.
Are they paying these cats already, or are they doing it for labor of love right now?
I'm about to say that shit for charity Winslow, ain't it?
I think it's for charity.
I don't know how much.
Yeah.
They should. I mean, they should. I don't know. Who am I? I mean, you know, obviously those guys are out there because they love the game. I don't see AI out there. Is he still playing?
Shit, they go from city to city though, ain't they?
AI was never playing. He was coaching.
Yeah, he was a coach.
That nigga
always coaching.
He wasn't even showing up. He wasn't even showing up for games and shit.
Yeah, he did. He did not show up for a few games.
You talking about games?
How you coaching and you ain't coming to the game and shit?
Get him out of there. He's bad. Damn,
he
AI.
He at the casino like, man, they'd be all right.
Yeah, right? I told him what to do.
I ain't gonna be to make
nigga at the crap table. I told them niggas what to do. They grown. Shit.
Right.
Man, they supposed to be out here next week, and I want to go to that fucking game too.
Oh, so they traveled. Last week they were in Chicago, so
they're gonna travel. Yeah.
Oh, that's dope, man. I kind of like it because those guys out there, they love the game. They used to be superstars. Some of them are. Some of them were journeymen. I kind of like that shit, man. It's dope. Then you want to see how your old stars, how they, you know, they still got it. You know what I mean? It's kind of a mystique there. You know, for me.
It's lovely. It's lovely. That's dope.
You know?
I wouldn't see Jordan or Pippen, somebody like that doing the shit.
Nah.
Oh, hell no.
Being in that caliber. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nah.
I could see Jordan.
What's funny though is what's funny is seeing Kwame Brown out here trying to ball.
Yeah. I just think
every time if you don't sit your ass down,
bust. Like now he getting wet in the big three now. Like nigga, you wasn't doing that in the pros, motherfucker.
At all.
Better late than never.
Yeah, right.
Shit.
That's my chance to rewrite my wrongs. Hey, but you know, I think there's going a lot of I think that has a chance to actually be something real special, man. And I do want to see. I want to see who do we want to see? I think Peyton still can go out there. He's like, man, he be on the bench. Like, man, I ain't playing.
But he a coach.
But I can tell you this though, if that shit wind up catching on like that, and be able to see that shit and capitalize.
Yeah,
they already bringing up younger
niggas. Yeah, bringing up younger niggas or whatever. Like, you know, proving grounds type shit. Yeah, go against the legends or whatever.
Because they didn't even think it was going to be 2 seasons like this.
Me neither. I'm waiting for somebody to get
back at it. Niggas out here doing the most fucking.
And they're steadily getting big names, right?
Yeah.
Oh, what's the name? I don't know if y'all saw that match. I always forget who it was, but one of the dudes came in with a Joker mask or whatnot on.
Oh yeah.
And Nate Robinson came and got hella mad and fucking tried to take the mask and shit.
Yo, Nate's a beast, dog. Nate was getting this shit off too, bro. Nate's a beast.
Oh, not in that game. That nigga scored 3 points.
Oh,
he had the last shot.
When he
grabbed the last shot and was happy as fuck.
Yeah, Nate in there. You got Artest. He playing. He look a little out of shape, but you know he still got that defensive type of mindset. He wasn't really. And Kenyon Martin, Kenyon Martin play when he want to play in there. I've been watching him because you know he's been.
He still got the lips on his neck and shit. The fucking lips look like.
Nah, nigga, I think he rubbed them off.
That nigga got cleft lip on his shit.
Why you rub your lips off?
Is that right? That nigga got lip gloss on his neck.
He had a little pop. Yeah,
nigga, neck is popping.
Yo,
ass nigga.
He like,
Wow. For those of you that
like, my Netflix is cool. My Netflix is pumping.
Right?
My Netflix is popping.
Work out on his lips.
Oh shit!
Rapper Smoke Dogg reportedly shot dead at 21. Drake, Smoke Dogg, Canadian rapper, shot dead. Canada.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
You don't even know what life is yet.
For real, it's crazy.
Shout out 21.
Jackson. Why are they throwing this man's name in the dirt? What's wrong with you people, man? Joe Jackson.
Who? Joe Jackson?
Yeah, people throwing his name in the dirt and
because he beat that ass. That's why.
Hey man, old boy from Pawn Stars died, man. The old man.
Oh, really?
Yeah, old man Harrison. He was 77.
Damn, he knew the nigga name.
The goddamn pimp. That was the white pimp.
Like, brother, yo, you bring in a goddamn heirloom or something, and we gotta get this appraised. So the appraiser comes, man. This is from the 1870s. So how much? How much is it worth? Oh man, you probably can get 80,000-90,000 for this. Okay, cool. All right, sir. So you just heard the appraisal. So how much you want? Well, the appraiser said 90,000. How about $85,000? Here go Rich. How about $300?
How about 300?
Hell yeah!
A lot of the times, shit with that, you know who in front of you.
He was getting off on that shit, man.
Yo,
you got a hype in front of you. These shit, they'll take anything from you.
Two of the most ugliest kids I ever seen in my life.
Let's not speak on ugly kids now.
I'm telling you, they're adults, but those are his children.
Chum Lee and
Tweety Bird on the end.
Tweety Bird.
His brother always fighting with each other and shit. Like that dude's son, like I don't know, that nigga's son look like that motherfucker that be on Star Trek with the big ass ears.
Hey man, Mini Me died.
That nigga, man.
Mini Me died. Vern Troyer.
Bibby.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
I didn't know that, man.
Yeah.
Yo, you talking about hardcore porn when they be in Detroit? What's up, Phils? What's happening, bro?
What up, though, fam?
I've been belated to
you. Wide-body over here sounding like he watched True TV on the marathons and shit.
Hey, man, I watch YouTube, bro. That hardcore porn, they be staging that shit, but a lot of that shit, they really be.
A lot of that shit, I ain't watching that shit. I ain't trying to see nobody how they act in jail and shit. I don't need no goddamn pointers.
Nah, that hardcore porn, that place is right down the street from my crib. It ain't nothing like that. Yeah, I've been there several times.
Man,
okay.
I would like to go there, man, one time.
You said it ain't nothing like what's on TV?
Heck nah, bro.
So they hit it with the lights and all that.
Oh, of course. The glitz, the glamour, all that. They know people come in there.
How the fuck you make a fucking pawn shop look desirable? Yeah, it's a fucking pawn shop. Oh boy, got fucking tablecloth and shit in that bitch.
But it's nice though. Like it's a big establishment, so they got a lot of room to make it look that way.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Like that like the square footage of the actual building is probably the size of like a mini warehouse.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh shit.
So it's big, bro. It's so like when you go in, like, because the camera angles they give you make it look like it's small, but like it's a big.
I can tell it's big
back there. And when you go in, like so you know how you see just the countertops and the cash registers and stuff.
Continue on.
So the camera angles that they got, they show you the merchandise behind under the glasses and then like where people pay out. But there's a whole nother part that's kind of like raggedy that they never show. That's where all like the lawnmowers and like all that other kind of stuff is. But yeah, it's way bigger than that too. Yeah.
So nigga, you got you a pair. Did you get you a pair of subwoofers over there?
No, they didn't have any woofers in there when I went. They had
but I'm gonna tell you this. They had a fucking machine studio 6 months after it came out for like $375, and I was gonna buy that shit and didn't buy it.
You been in there too?
Damn.
You should have copped that joint. You should have copped that joint.
But actually section in there too. What I seen.
Man, that motherfucker was a damn pawn shop slash Credit Depot ass fucking place.
You stupid.
Yeah. If that was real, I would be stressed out every day. People coming and yelling at you, man, telling you gonna buy this for $300. Some bitch got a laptop, talking about it's a tablet.
Yeah.
Screen flip up, and you can touch it.
They be having some dumb folks in there on that shelf.
Some of that shit, I was like, yo, I believe that right there.
Well, shit, it's a fucking pawn shop, of course.
You're not gonna ever.
You're gonna have the greatest of crackheads coming up in there trying to get.
Hey, motherfucking crackhead connoisseur,
nigga. What Oh boy. So what's the topic for today? Just random stuff.
You think
about the LeBron?
Get a VIN number off a kitchen knife.
Oh, LeBron got that 4 for 154.
38.5 a year.
Hey,
your thoughts, man?
Somebody put. I'm all for it, man. I don't like because of the fact that I used to work for Uncle Dan Gilbert. I mean, my man got to do what he got to do, bro. Like he got to they said somebody put up a stat. In 11 years he played with Cleveland, he made 136. This deal for 4 years, he's making 154. Come on, man.
Give him his money.
It's math, and then that letter. Supposedly that letter's still hanging on with LeBron. That Gilbert.
I know what that letter is. It's got to be.
So, man, at the end of the day, you did what you said you was gonna do. You brought the championship to Cleveland.
Yep.
Go be Deuces. You be happy, bro.
Deuces shit. This nigga ain't promising you shit.
Like, Gilbert, don't hold his tongue by his tongue. He always says
deal.
Yes,
I mean, he's been let it be known that he ain't fucking with LeBron. Like,
have my team back.
We know this. Yeah,
that's what's up.
I'm more so interested in the Kobe fans.
Yeah,
I want to see how they gonna be acting.
Yeah,
and LeBron is never going to be able to outshadow.
I think Lakers fans should be happy to just somewhat get a little bit of spotlight back.
Now they're back on top. Come on, Kobe left 2 years ago. Now they're back on top. Now they're back to toes of the town again.
Yeah, but I mean, when Kobe was playing, it's not like they was like the last few years wasn't like the best.
Well, they weren't winning, but Kobe was there still.
Yeah, I mean, the last time the Lakers was on top was like 2010.
But Kobe can go out there and put out 81 points any given night. But still.
That was just once, and that was against the bum-ass Toronto Raptors.
Damn. Still had that star there. Now, you didn't have that star ever since Kobe left. Now, you got that star again, the centerpiece, man.
Yeah. All the Lakers fans, I'll be happy.
Nah, I'm geeked about possibly Dwight and Jamal Crawford going to Golden State.
Thank you. What about the Jamal Crawford part? I don't give a fuck about Dwight Howard.
They should get him.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about Dwight Howard.
Boo that shit.
No, the reason I don't boo that is because literally he's the only guy that I just be like, hey, all you got to do is guard Capella. Don't even look. That's all you have to do because
he'll choke.
Nah, I think he'll be all right.
This is the thing I hate about Dwight Howard. Like, I don't.
You got one job.
I don't really fuck with Dwight like that. I mean, I know he can play.
One job.
This last season,
he inconsistent.
But he will find a way to fuck it up too.
No harm.
That's what I'm talking about.
No risk.
He be Brett Favre and shit.
Now last season he played pretty decent at the end. I give him that. If he can continue to do that, like if he comes to the Warriors, I don't know. If he comes to the Warriors, his one job is to fucking grab rebounds, and that's it. He ain't got to do a damn thing else.
No pressure.
You don't need you scoring in the paint. You don't need to be hella dominant in the paint.
Nope.
You ain't gotta be block crazy. But if you can, all right, cool. But your one job is to grab some fucking rebounds. If you can average 15 a game, I'm cool with that.
You ain't getting 15, bro.
You got
if he can do that, then that's it.
You got one job, Blue. Spin records, Blue.
I'll take 10 a game. 10 a game is a win. You can do 10 a game, 10 rebounds, 9 rebounds, 8 rebounds, couple blocks.
He done got him a few 20 rebound games last year.
I'm setting the bar low.
He was all right. Yeah, like he had he wasn't nothing crazy, but I was like, okay, I see you out here.
He don't gotta be the man. No pressure on him.
At all you got one
he
job.
can leave the cape in the locker room, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Nigga, that cape been gone.
Shut your mouth up, Dwight. Don't say anything in the press. Shut up. Don't say anything.
Nigga, don't bring no stickum to the game.
Shut up and get your ring, pretty much.
Basically.
Get this ring, exactly.
I want Jamal Crawford. That's what I'm
damn, what the fuck is you eating, Wild Body?
Oh,
he's knacking like shit. What you eating? Damn. He's coughing like a motherfucker.
What's up with you and Jamal Crawford, RTO?
It's Jamal Crawford, dude.
He's 39 years old, man.
Have you not seen this man play recently?
Absolutely. I was, I remember from the Knicks. I'd have seen his alien.
Jamal has points off top. I don't give a fuck how old he is. This nigga gets points. Period. For him to come off the bench, that's a threat. That's an outside threat.
He's gonna take a minimum deal with the Timberwolves, man.
Nah, man. He already said
the
he
Warriors
would have resigned if that was the case.
I'm sorry, the Warriors do have interest in him on a minimum deal. I'm sorry, man. My bad.
He would have stayed with the Timberwolves. He would have just stayed.
And he wasn't happy with the role that the Timberwolves was giving him. He came here thinking he was going to be the sixth man, and he got pushed back.
What's up with my Ben Wiggins?
That's chart.
Improving? He doing his thing?
Hell no, he ain't doing this thing. That dude, man, that dude was soft as hell.
You know what? I forgot about this too. You know, Durant only signed a 1-year deal. What if he go to LA next year?
They offered him.
He signed 2.
Well, the second year
it was a 1-and-1. It was a 1-and-1.
Yeah, it's an option.
Yeah.
But I think that's money wise. I think he know.
Yeah.
Like, look.
Next year the shit go up, right?
If he can get 2 more rings, then yeah, he probably gone after this. Like if he get 2 more, he probably gone. He going back. I think he going back home personally. I think he'll go to DC.
You think so?
Yeah. You gotta think about it, man.
Do that.
I don't see him coming here.
No, you got 4 rings. The last thing you would do to get everybody off your back, like, oh, you went and chased the title there, is go back to the crib and get you one. If he did that, everybody will leave KD alone. I'm telling you.
That's true.
Everybody
but I don't
see
him doing that, but it's time though. We got time.
Well, y'all got the Washington Capitals. Congrats.
I don't give a fuck about that.
Nigga, I'm black.
Black people was out there, just not me, not my kind of black people, but black people was out there though.
Yeah,
it might sound fucked up to the average listener, but it's facts.
Years old, man.
Huh?
Durant's only 29. I thought he was way older than that.
Nah, his hair suggests he's older, but nah, he's younger.
He been
he was also drafted with Uncle Greg Oden. So I mean that nigga looked like a granddad.
Greg Oden should look like that nigga 60
Did he
off
say
top.
Uncle? He said Uncle Greg Oden,
Yeah.
He had an old man's wrinkled forehead in high school.
Yo, his shit looked like he had mad stress in childhood. His shit. Damn.
That dude was, man. I feel bad for him.
That motherfucking forehead looked like some pleats and some slacks.
Hey, y'all gonna re-sign Iggy? RTO?
I thought he already re-signed last year or the year before that.
I think so.
He signed like a 2 or 3 year deal.
Yeah.
About Nick Young, he's saying?
He don't need to.
He sure the fuck don't.
Stole that ring. He out.
Motherfucking Miss Smile Boy looking at it.
Well, if you get Jamal Crawford, what do you need him for?
Exactly is why I want Jamal Crawford.
Damn. That was mean, RTO.
How's it mean? Shit, Nick Young. God, we started on this.
Just fucking with you. He said, how's it mean, goddammit?
One 3-pointer the whole playoffs, man.
That's
right.
Nick Young.
Nigga ran down the court and shit like he won the fucking shuffleboard championship.
He cut that fucking hair off, man.
I don't give a fuck about that. Nigga need to score some damn points.
How about this? You know the rapper Young M.A. So one of her old goons came out and aired her out. Say he was how do you put it? He was smashing them Lizzo cheeks, man, on the side while she was on tour and stuff. And she messing with T Grizzly now on the side, so he aired her out.
That's more of a chance for oh boy. They like
just, you know.
they like to come through or he could be her he queen or whatever he say.
he was like, he was like, hey babe, let's go out and change the brakes. And she come out and change the brakes with me.
Damn.
Dog, you ain't see that interview with DJ Vlad?
Nah, yo.
Bro, look up that DJ Vlad Daylight interview. He was like, I like chicks like Young M.A., you know, they ain't prissy, you know. If you go out and you need to scrap, you know, baby girl down, you know.
Hey, so what was he calling her? It was a something queen, like a he queen or some shit.
I can't remember, dog. But I was good when he said the brakes, dog.
That shit was hilarious.
There and change the brakes with you.
There you go.
Heavy ass bitch. You need one of those bitches. You need one of those niggas. You like a real nigga. You could really say my girlfriend a real nigga. She like buff and cute. Like cuff. That's a word, right? Like buff and cute, cuff.
Well, it is now. I mean, you just made it official.
You make a song about that. Oh, she cuff. You got some information on it? How much is it gonna cost?
Stop, bro.
Get a number, the address.
Well, I don't have her address. I mean, we got her management number.
Got their address? I know she over there.
We don't have the address. We got the email.
They like crazy, man.
That ain't retarded, dude.
So, look,
she cuff, nigga.
And buff.
Buff and cute, nigga.
Cute buff, cuff.
Bro.
Substance abuse, man.
Yo, that dude is I can't call him a marketing genius. He took a shit on the stage, man. So I can't give him that title. But that dude so know how to attract attention, man.
It's because he controversial as hell, bro. Yeah. Like you got, like he cool within them skin, but he just know what buttons to push, and we all laugh at it. That's all.
You want to talk about a troll master?
Yeah.
That nigga know how to troll.
But I will say this: that nigga can rap his ass off.
Oh, I have no fucking doubt.
Yep.
That nigga got major bars.
Do we?
Oh, yeah, he do.
Pause that.
Oh my god, y'all niggas are horrible.
Yeah, that we are.
Jesus walk with y'all.
Oh, what'd you think about the
new
Drake?
So we pausing bars now, nigga.
You said it, bro. But I know what you meant. But it was kind of close.
New Drake album?
Oh man, that thing makes me feel like I'm black, bro.
Real?
It's so light skinned.
Oh shit.
That shit got me feeling like I'm from Nigeria, bro.
Damn.
Like I can't get like dog. Okay, look, I like 4 songs on the first CD, and the second one by the second song I cut it off. I was just like, oh my god, bro.
Shit, Dan, you got through the first song.
The first album I pushed through.
Hold up, you were saying the joint tough. So what am I missing? Is it tough or is it not?
Like, okay.
No, he's saying it wasn't tough.
It wasn't.
That's
tough.
what I'm saying. Like, you know.
No, bro. It's just too. I don't know, man.
Drake.
Yeah. Like.
I listen to it to get my own opinion, but you know,
if I was
I
you,
decided to do that.
I'll just listen to the first half. Oh, listen to the second half.
Like,
I'm gonna get that shit, equal footing, but
man, nigga, you about to listen to all 25 songs of that shit?
Not at one time, hell no.
I'm trying to think. Okay, the first CD,
Survival.
Because when Survival came on, the first song of the album, I was like, oh snap! If the whole album like this, it's about to be on, and then it just
downhill roller coaster.
Yeah, okay, because it goes Survival, and then the next song that I actually got hype on was 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 is dope.
Yeah, I like that song.
8 out of 10 is dope, and then I got hype off of Sandra's Rose and Talk Up, but then everything else after that, I was just like, But that's just me.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to hear that shit.
Yeah, 8 out of 10.
Is YouTube my friend, or I'm gonna have to go other methods?
You might have to go other
All right, Spotify or some shit.
Yeah.
I fucking hate Spotify, man.
Because I went and searched for it and they didn't have anything when it came out.
You need to listen to that Saba album before you listen to that damn Drake shit. You gonna actually like the Saba album.
The joint you was telling me about before?
Yeah.
You gonna have to write that name down and shit. You say that shit like it's a normal name.
SABA.
Oh, okay. Shit. I mean, still, that ain't no normal shit.
Was it you, Mav, that was telling me about that Bobby Fino, or was that Dixie? Because that album,
shit, Dixie and RTO. I got it though. You know what? I can understand why it's their favorite, but I got that joint on my phone, but it don't get spins from me because I got my own taste.
It's dope.
It's good,
but
though.
The thing that's surprising is that it's Arian Foster. That's the most surprising.
He talking his shit though. It's not. I'm not saying it to say it's bad, but I got to be in the mood to listen to that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Fair enough.
I actually had it on yesterday. You know what I'm saying? And I needed that shit. Like I said, after dark, I rap.
That J Rock been getting some spin with me, man. That's like perfect. Like I'm angry / mowing the lawn music.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta hear that too. I haven't heard that
for that Win song.
Yeah, but that J Rock.
That's why I wasn't checking. I heard that shit. I was like, BOO, nigga. Boo. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here with this shit. So,
God's plan.
Did y'all like the Carter's album?
I did.
I ain't heard that either. I haven't heard the whole album.
I haven't listened to it at all.
Hip hop in it?
Yeah.
I only heard that one song actually.
My favorite.
I like it. It's pretty catchy. They got some good concepts.
Prepare for another ether, man. I heard Jay and Nas aren't buddies anymore.
Oh boy.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, I like it that way. Hey,
that's funny.
Yeah.
Shit, I mean, I remember living in New York when they was beefing. That shit was electric.
Was.
So that's what's up. It'll have motherfuckers talking for sure.
Life into the city, and it was good for hip hop.
Hell yeah. Like motherfuckers was on their smoke break. Yo, you heard blah blah blah. Fuck Jay-Z. It was like, oh shit.
I remember my cousin telling me about that beef between Jay and Nas.
I see what Mav said.
I was hacking calves then. That shit was great.
Had just put a system shit too.
Wendy Williams, ghastly looking ass was talking about that shit all the time.
Why y'all be talking about her? Leave her alone, man.
That's because she looked like Groot from fucking not Groot, but Groot from the
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Me. No, Despicable Me.
I thought you called her Groot.
Wendy Williams.
What?
I like Wendy sometimes.
Brother,
hold on.
If you heard how she be going, you'd stop, BG. You especially would stop. I said if you heard some of the shit she just said, you would stop.
Oh, probably back in the day, yeah. I watch her.
Is that before?
From time to time.
Is that before or after she's shaking? BG, is that when you liked her? Before she was shaking, or after?
Oh, see, I ain't go there with it.
Damn.
Oh my god,
she was shaking.
That was real shit.
Before.
Hold on, you talking about Wendy Williams, right?
Yeah, he called her a human shake weight. That's fucked up, man.
You talking about when she passed out?
Yeah, he wrong.
She was twitching.
That's fucked up, man.
She got what Missy got. I forgot what it is.
Yeah, she got
She got MS
too.
No, she ain't got it. Missy don't have MS.
No,
she got that disease that make your eyes kind of bulge out. I keep want to say jaundice, but it ain't jaundice or something.
Jaundice is
hyperactive thyroid shit.
Yeah, I can't think of the name.
Yeah, what the fuck? It doesn't start with an R or something.
Rhapsody got it. I didn't know Rhapsody.
Yeah,
Graves'
Rhapsody got it
disease.
too.
It's Graves' disease.
Graves' disease. Yeah.
I noticed her face, Rhapsody face stuff was.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah.
Surgery.
Huh?
You know, she got that breast surgery. She needs to get reduction now because she looks like looks like top heavy, like really like her.
She looks like
seahorse and shit.
Yeah. She looks like Despicable Me, bro. She looks like.
I always ask her.
Go ahead, Phils.
You do.
She had some girth to her when she was younger, so you couldn't really tell.
Dog, hey, no, why body? Put a
girth
picture
where?
of my.
Huh?
Hold up. Did he post a picture of y'all?
No,
Yeah.
post a picture of Wendy Williams and post a picture of Groove, bro. And you like
he
side
did
by
say
side.
girth, yo.
Who?
I ain't never seen no girthy woman. You gotta have to pause that one.
I said that. I said birthday, girthy.
Yeah, he said girth. Yeah,
she got some girth to it.
Like what? Hold up now.
I know what you said. I know what you mean though. You talking about that childhood picture when she looked like a linebacker.
Oh my God! Yeah, I seen that.
Motherfucker looking like Junior Seau out that motherfucker.
Man, y'all need to leave Wendy alone.
And who else?
Hey.
What's the name of the character?
Despicable Me, Groove. Like I think his name is Groove. Like the dude.
R-U-B-E.
Just type Despicable Me, and it's the dude that's in black. He's always wearing black.
The main motherfucker.
Yeah, the main. Yeah.
Yeah, her breasts are kind of big. Wendy, whoa, that's too big. That shit hurt.
That's what I said. She built like a seahorse.
Her back got to be hurt.
This nigga said a seahorse.
Yeah.
That fits her though.
A seahorse. Y'all horrible.
Yeah.
I'm about to leave again.
Don't go nowhere. You need to
go. I left last night. All these niggas were talking about
last night
of the flight attendant.
I didn't see that. What's her name?
The hell she talking
about? I was there.
When Stack posted a picture of that flight attendant and she was she had on the skirt or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I had left by that time. Yeah, I must have left.
Next is a
nice picture. Yeah, I recall it.
Right.
Yeah, we thought you went to sleep.
Let me let the dirty old man be the dirty old man.
Yeah, all right.
Go make a beat or something, man.
Yeah,
thank you for your cooperation.
It was rated R after it was at a XXX last night. You lucky you did.
I'm about to say shit. Women be dirty too, though. I don't want to hear that shit. I ain't gonna feel bad.
Yeah, when they try to be all innocent.
She had on a skirt. So what? She had on a skirt.
I say that. I just say I didn't want to see that, so I left.
No doubt.
Okay,
I can dig it.
Here's a comparison: Drew and Wendy Williams.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh, he hit the comparison.
Wait a minute, you got it up on the screen?
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, that shit got the extra sad in the back.
See, Nita, she got the money to do it. You know.
We need to get the reduction, and then we can go from there.
Yeah, I would never got no damn implants.
Why you find that picture, wide body? Now I'm itching.
Oh, damn. But wait,
she just need to go to the gym.
You consider yourself a friend.
Hey man, I was just trying to people be aware. I couldn't believe when I seen this, man.
Yeah, that shit.
Man, what she is, man, about
looking like District 9 over there.
Damn.
Oh, come on, nigga. Come on, man.
I'm just talking shit.
Hey, y'all see the picture of Snoop, and they made that nigga look like one of the worms on Men in Black.
Oh, that's
no! Oh no, I did not. Oh, for real.
They did it side by side. Look at that shit.
Yeah.
I don't know why Snoop out here being shirtless and shit.
Hey, he had the joint with this kid, man. I don't know what he took the shit off his IG, but he had this joint on there with this kid where he had like. It's something like, I guess, like, I ain't gonna say a third world country, but they was on this boat, 2 kids or whatever, and one of the kids had like a, I guess like a piece of bamboo or whatever tied across his shoulders, so he couldn't put his arms down. Man, the dude went behind him and pulled his motherfucking shorts down, man. That shit was so wrong, yo, dude. Dude, shit had the belly button dick, yo. I was weak as a motherfucker. Hey, everybody was like, man, take this shit down. This child porn. I'm like, I thought porn was fucking. Like porn is just genitals now? Like, I wasn't looking at that shit and being like, ooh, little boy. Like, the fuck? Like, niggas sensitive as shit.
Yeah, but if you was a child, predator, then yeah, you would be looking at
Yeah,
that.
in that regard, yeah, but
But was the kid of age or was it like a for real kid? Like,
it was a for real kid. He was young as shit.
Oh, okay.
It was like, come on, Snoop. Like on your page, you know everybody can see that shit.
Shout out to Morgan Freeman. He got to change his hair up.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say he got acquitted from.
Oh no! Stop, man.
Oh man.
That's that laugh when you sound like you about to cry and shit.
Very crafty, man. You got people dropping out like flies. Hold on, I got a nice Snoop Dogg picture for y'all, man.
Don't do that.
Man, he's gonna appreciate this one.
Here we go. Let's go.
Mom's on Instagram.
Straight flexing. Woo.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Todd. That's Todd.
Pop the Molly. I'm
yeah, that's him doing Todd. You never seen that before?
Yeah.
Look at his glasses.
It remind me of the Jamie Foxx character though.
Got them Jimmy Swagger glasses.
Yeah.
Right. Fucking Reverend Lovejoy.
Because what's the name was trying to do it too? Daz. Snoop did Daz. I mean, Snoop did Todd, and then Daz out here trying to be another white dude, old country dude or whatever.
Correct.
But yeah, that's Todd.
2 shots of tequila to the head. Fuck you, your homeboy, your whole hood. Oh shit.
For real, nigga. Blasting off every last thing in sight.
Yep, that was dude. I remember that song came out. I was like, oh hell yeah.
Hey nigga, that was on the N1 mixtape volume 3.
Yup.
Okay, so if you know that, then you know the motherfucker So Fresh So Clean remix.
Exactly. Hey, I have that on my computer right now.
This is Snoop Dogg's cousin, Corn Dog.
Genuine.
What?
So fresh, so clean. Genuine.
Yeah, you wrong, yo.
Nigga, that was the first time I heard that shit was on there. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Why they put a camel? Is that a camel's face on Snoop? What the hell?
That's his cousin Corn Dog.
He said, is that a camel's face, yo? Man. I was low.
Hamburger.
Right?
Hey, I think I think Snoop Dogg gets the award for staying relevant the longest, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Hey, Fat Joe's a close second.
Fat Joe.
I don't think Fat Joe ain't out here as much as Snoop though.
Hey, that nigga has had a hit in the 90s, the 2000s, and the 10s.
Fat Joe. You know what I noticed? A lot of Southern cats like really love Fat Joe. We don't really think too much. Man, I ain't saying we don't think too much of North, but he's not as popular as he is. He's not as popular as he is down south of North. Man. What I've heard, Fat Joe gets
who out here playing fucking hopscotch clapping and shit.
Oh, that's me with pens, man. My bad.
Oh, my bad.
Snoop didn't get off into all kind of shit. Like now he's more like, what do you call that? He's not. You look at him now as like not an icon, but like he's like a brand. What's that word I'm looking for? He's more like a entity, maybe. I don't know.
That's a good choice of words. An entity.
Yep.
Mav out here is also Miss Mary Mac ass shit.
You know what I've been watching lately? I've been watching. I watched the video on there was saying the 1%. The rich people, the lady that helped start BET up, and these people are like millionaires 12 times over, and they was just saying how black people only own 6 cents of the wealth in the country. We're only about
6% of it.
6 cents of the dollar. 6 cents of it. So.
Oh, okay.
And one point that people were bringing up is, you have people that have been having wealth in their families since this country was started, and we were
our backs too. So
right. We came in here.
Leave that shit where it's at, man.
Right. Like people put too much stock in that shit, man. Like it's like what? Okay, I'm sure generational wealth. You got rich people. Floyd Mayweather is. I don't think he's wealthy. He's rich as a motherfucker though.
Mm-hmm.
Good. But now in these days, now that like people make more money, like boxers weren't doing $100 million fights. Can you actually say that Floyd Mayweather is wealthy now?
No, it's like, okay, wealth. There's a difference between being rich and being wealthy, right? Mm-hmm. So wealthy is the person who cuts the check. Whoever can cut that big of a check is wealthy. The person who's receiving that check is now rich. The way you become wealthy is just simply providing a service or a product and charging so much for it to whereas your incoming is less than your outgoing, and you make it exponential. So like I was talking about this with one of my boys. Like, the American dream isn't to like own a house, right? It's not to own a house, in my opinion. The American dream is to do something illegal long enough to whereas you have enough power to make it legal and profit off of it.
There it is.
That's what happened in every major industry in life. So like housing, tobacco, alcohol, like all those things, those were white people who were doing something criminal basically, and got to the point where they had enough power to make it legal to profit off of it. Now, in order for black folks to become wealthy, you literally have to take a bunch of rich people, and literally invest it into Street. Like, the reason they burned Black Wall Street down wasn't because they were rich. It's because they figured out how to become wealthy within their community. That's all it is. So, like, so long as you keep that money in your community, you will build generational wealth. It's not hard. It's not a hard concept at all. A lot of people do it all day long. So, I mean, at the end of the day, it's just a sacrifice, and nobody wants to sacrifice it amongst black folks.
They sacrifice for the wrong shit. They make sacrifices all the time.
But you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Like,
I got you.
Like, so, like, for example, like, why would I give $400 to Louis Vuitton? He ain't never gonna see me. Why not give $400 and make my own LLC? Like, it's not hard. Like, and I create a service or a product that will make me profit that I can teach to my children and do it all over again. That's all it is.
But a lot of the good ideas we have and shit, we get them shits away willingly,
for nothing,
just to be seen. Yeah, just to be seen.
To be rich. Like, I told somebody, I was like, it ain't nothing cool to be broke and white, but broke black people make up some of the greatest ideas in the world, and people profit off of it. It's not hard.
Talented motherfucker making shit out of aluminum.
Every dance, I mean, you look at that shit. Every dance, anything dealing with the arts for the most is come off of somebody else's back. It ain't nobody sitting around in no think tank. That's the same reason why news is getting their fucking news half the time from social media.
Like, isn't there a dude who's like got all these different ideas for all these toys for Tyco?
And they stole them. Yeah, it was a black
guy. I heard about that.
And they like, and then was it Super Soaker? They tried to blackball the dude who made Super Soaker.
It feels. Ask you this, feels is investing in our own people. Is that a path to take as far as making, because you're looking at uplifting the community basically and making everyone else financially independent and stable as well, investing in other people as well. The same.
Okay. So, like, the black person, we make up what, like 13% of the population, right? We're the highest spending demographic in the country. Period. Like, we spend money like it's going out of style. Like, we can't, like, our pockets are on fire. Like, it's a hole in our, like my granddad used to say, you better not have a hole in your pocket. Bro, like, we spend money like it's never gonna happen again. So if we know that we make up less than 15% of the population, but we spend more than any other population in the country, why wouldn't you put that money back into your own people? One, like, it's a twofold thing, right? It's a twofold thing. So one, we don't have too many businesses that we were willing to support. One, because we, like, our black folks mentality is always, oh, you black, I got the hookup. No. Two, the services of black, like, companies, not saying all, like don't get me wrong, but the services on a generality is subpar. It's just like the customer service. Like, part of it hurts because, like, I always want to do everything black. Like, I got a black photographer. We try to go to a black dentist. We try to do all these things, but it's just like, if you got a photographer who's never on time or doesn't call you back, well, this white person over here does pictures just as good as you. Let me go ahead and give them this money because they're going to call me back and they're going to be on time. Same thing with, like, catering or, babysitting. Like, it's like services that the level of service is not there compared to the other, demographics. So it's the twofold thing. It's one, we have to put our money back into our community, but we have to have businesses to back it up to where it's a constant cycle. Because people are always like, how many of y'all know, like, y'all got somebody in y'all family that always make bomb cakes?
Yeah.
Like, you know, you'll give her $10 every, or, you know, 10, 15, $20 because you know that cake is going to feed your diabetes, but it's going to be the best cake you have because you know it's a good product. She provides a good service. Like, that's what we need. We need more, you know, of our people having services that we need. Like, hell, even with barbers, it's hard to go to a barber all consistently because he'd be like, oh man, you know what? I ain't feel like coming in the shop today. I know you had an appointment. Let me go.
Oh, they got hours on the door and they be there every hour's
like,
outside of that shit. Yeah.
Oh, I hate that, man.
But I mean, but that's the thing. So yes, I think it's important because if we can funnel all that money into our communities, we'll strengthen our communities. Like, we wouldn't have to worry about like schools in our communities because those people would stay in those communities. But the services have to be there. So that's like it's a catch-22. Like, we don't have the services, but then we don't want to support.
And then if you get the service, you don't own a storefront either. You rent the storefront, so they notice you getting that. You're gonna raise the rent. That's what happened around this joint.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? A lot of little spots like that.
Yeah. We saw our wife was on Facebook looking for someone who cleaned carpets. Found this brother. He cleaned carpets. Got a few, you know, some people saying that, you know, he was alright. So we went and did it. Dude, oh my God, the service was fucking horrible. Like, motherfucker, all right, man, I'll be there in like 30 minutes. Don't come till an hour later. Don't bring all his parts.
I just went through the same shit.
Job. It's like, it was like, yeah, you want to, like, we see a black dude, like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna try to support and whatnot. Then the shit was just absolutely fucking trash.
But the fucked up part about it is, even when we go to those other people, you sometimes get the same fucked up service, but you're more forgiving of them as well. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, we damn anyway.
At the same time, it's like, I understand, like, yeah, bless his heart, he's trying to make a living and do this. He was probably in prison at first, now he out and he trying to get his hustle on and everything. But still, it's like, if no one talks about this man being better, he ain't gonna never get better, and it's just gonna be a constant fucking no one wanting to fuck with him because the service is bad. So at a certain point, we're gonna have to leave, like, you know, you are gonna have to leave like a 1-star review and let a motherfucker know, yeah, this was like this. So hopefully he can catch the picture, like, okay, well, maybe I need to step my game up on this.
Or just fucking tell him.
That's it. Communication.
That's part of it. Like, I think we stopped.
See, like that.
Stop checking motherfuckers.
Then, yeah, like, the thing was, when he cleaned the carpet, you know, because they fully washed the carpet, so it wasn't a thing where he was gonna wait for the shit to dry and then leave. You know, he did wash the shit and then they bounced. So it's like, I couldn't really. Well, she could like call later, like, yeah, man, this had a few spots or whatnot. It's like, dealing with that shit all the time, you kind of like, fuck, whatever. I know not to fuck with him again and go on to the next one. But yeah, I mean, yeah, it could be a situation where, you know, you do need to actually let a motherfucker know, like, hey, man.
I think if we do that more.
Professional, your ass came like 30 minutes later. When you told me you was like right down the street, what, nigga, you come like 45 minutes later and shit, like, that shit ain't cool. I got shit to do.
It sound fucked up, but just start checking motherfuckers. And I think if we start speaking up about what we don't like, for one, it's going to kind of catch on. And instead of us being mad at the youngins, they going to know to expect more. You know what I'm saying? Because now it's with the younger generation. They don't expect shit. So you get, you know, these going to be the ones that's going to take, quote unquote, take care of us later. So you don't want to have it where you kind of lay that foundation. So when you get old and it's like, hey, I need my heart pills, and they looking at you like, man, if you don't get the fuck out of my face, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's real shit.
Don't tell me no more.
That's real shit.
I've had a couple of small businesses. One thing that kept me afloat was my service. being there when I said I was going to be there, and following up, and really caring about the customer, the client, whatever. Like that's one thing I look when I want to looking for someone to do a service. I want a customer service is everything to me. I should be able to call if I spend a certain amount of money. I need to be able to call you up if I have a problem with something. You need to treat me like I'm the most important person in the whole wide world. That's how you make these people feel, and that shit comes back on you, man. But yeah, you're right. People always put a hook up all the time, and it's always like that. That's the first thing you see when you see somebody working somewhere. You let me get that hook up. Like, it's got to be across the board. It's got to be fucking straight across the board, man. We got to start, like you say, like Phil said, start following this money back into our community and keep it there and grow the money in there, man. And I think that's the best way. We a lot of people are materialistic. A lot of different races are, man. I'm not saying that we're just materialistic, but we do spend a lot of bread on a lot of shit, and we could be diverting those funds to something else, or maybe to buy from someone that sounds and looks like us.
Yeah,
no doubt. I mean, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's fine though. Just let it that way. Don't get messed
Fields. What are your thoughts on real estate, man? Is that a good way to?
You know, you should open a whole can of worms with that, right?
Okay, so all right, so because I do mortgages for a living, that's my job, right? If you
somebody say okay, so get ready.
So the easiest way to like build wealth, if you have it, like, is to own real estate. But the biggest thing is if you're gonna own rental properties, make sure you take care of them, because that in and of itself is a service, right? Yeah. So think about it. Say because I don't know what the dynamic is like in anybody else's city, but like I'm gonna take for example Detroit, right? Like we have homes here where you can straight buy it for taxes because we got hit hard by the economy, right? So taxes, any back taxes could be a couple of grand.
And so that'd be your house.
And that's your house. So you just bought like at some point in the future, like, because it's a long game. Like real estate is the long game. It's not the short game. Like unless you have an investor behind you. But in the long game, if you're gonna do the whole like rental real estate thing, you get something for taxes, right? Well, let's just say like you put, I don't know, like 10, 20 grand to make it habitable. I'm just saying, like, it's already somewhat habitable, but make it to where it's livable for somebody, right? So where it's like the walls got fresh coat of paint, the roof ain't about to collapse on them, the hot water tank and the furnace work, all that stuff, right? All that's good. Well,
the big money items.
Yeah, so make sure all that big stuff is done. But think about it. You just bought a house for $2,000, right? In taxes. You put 20 into it, right? So you're in the whole 23 grand. Well, if it's a decent sized house, like a 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom house, or just a 3-bedroom house, right? You can, I know here for a 3-bedroom, my house right now, if I put it on the market, would go for $1,100. And it ain't big. It's only like, I think 9 or 1,000. I think, no, 1,100 square feet. And it's got a basement.
Okay.
So $1,100, right? After a year, that's 13 grand I've made.
Yep.
Then after 2 years, I'm in the black because I've made 26 and I put 23 in. So now after month 21.
Month 20.
Month 21.
Everything else is profit.
Everything else is profit. So now I can take my profit and do one of two things. I can either invest back in this house to make it towards I can charge more rent, or I can buy the next one for taxes. Then I do that all over again. Now I literally, after 4 years, I've got two properties that are nothing but profit.
Yep.
And then that grows wealth because like let's not get it twisted. Even though he's an idiot, Donald Trump got his millions and billions from real estate in New York. His daddy gave him his first $1 million to invest in that. It's not rocket science, because there are two industries that you'll never grow broke in so long as you have a great product. That's food and that's housing. Because people need to eat and people need a place to sleep. Those two things will never die.
Actually, 3. Healthcare as well.
Oh, okay, but we ain't about to be healthcare magnets. I'm talking about stuff that's attainable for us normal people.
I was talking about as far as working. Like you always have a job.
Exactly. You'll always have a job. But for individuals, if you own a restaurant that has good service and good food, or if you own housing that offers a great landlord service and a great house to live in that people aren't afraid to live in, you'll always make money. So in the real estate game, if you can find that gym, instead of paying $4,000 for a Louis Vuitton belt, get you a rental property, and literally that can set your kids' college fund up. Like after a certain period of time, just so long as because the major things that go out, that's a part of life. That's a part of living. New roof, new furnace, new hot water tank, that stuff, central air, if you have it in there, that stuff you'll have to always replace. That's part of upkeep. That's your overhead. But everything after that is profit, and then you can continuously build that. It's like a domino effect, and it grows exponentially. Because if you got five properties that after 10 years are all profit, and they're all $1,000, that's almost $60,000 a year off stuff you just owning.
I wanted to buy real estate and pass that on, man, to my kids.
And you can, because the thing is, just so long as you set up your last will and testament, so because the hella thing is with real estate, if it goes into probate, it gets real nasty. So just make sure, even though it's morbid conversation, make sure you set it up to where it goes to your family members or somebody you want. But real estate would be, it's literally the easiest way that either A, you can build wealth, or B, you can get in over your head. You have to take it slow, and it's not like I said, unless you have an investor backing you. Because if you have because those flipper flops, they're investors backing those people. So they don't just have $500,000 to just buy a California crib and flip it in 90 days. They go broke. They have an investor that they split the profit.
One of the dude's mother was helping invest.
Yeah, so if you have that, that's a good option. But if you're doing it solo, do it slow and grow it, because then, like you said, that's something you can think about it. If you got 10 properties, and the thing is, you can get a property management, you pay them 10%, right? They make sure the properties are managed, but you own them. So what's $5,000 out of, I'm just giving that an example. I'm making $50,000 a year. I cut them a $5,000 check. I got $45,000 every year for the remainder of my life, so long as nothing happens with the properties.
And you don't have to you ain't got to worry about the headache of going through all of that shit. They go through it for you.
Yeah, exactly. So
you can focus your efforts on something else.
Yeah, they make sure the down payment is done. They collect the payments. They send out the evictions. They do all of when the tenant moves out, they make sure they do new paint, carpet. I mean, those are little small costs that you have to pay for. But at the end of the day, it's worth it, because you literally are doing no work. You are collecting a check. My grandfather owned an apartment complex that ended up selling for $2 million. He was the maintenance man, but he collected a check. He had I think it was 15 or 20 units. It was a small apartment, but he collected a check every month, and he didn't have to do nothing. Except replace the furnace when needed, replace the water tank when needed. So, and then you can hire people. The cost of living is going up so much. That number, I'm just saying, if it never went up, it's gonna go up. So your profits are gonna increase exponentially, and it's not gonna stop, just so long as you're just not a slum. The biggest thing is, just so long as you're not a scumbag slumlord.
Right. You never see housing the price dropping in the housing market.
Never. Unless but renting. The housing market crash is the crash. That is what it is. Property values go up and down. But rent is one thing that's never going to go up or down. More than likely, it's going to go up until we get to the point where it becomes impossible to rent. But the thing is, people are always renting because, one, people's credit are bad.
Yep.
People don't know how to fix their credit. So the only thing they can't
really
do,
simple, actually.
It is very simple. It's not
very
hard.
Fucking simple, because I did that shit.
You might
should stay above 8.
Okay, so all right. So your credit is basically built up of 5 things, all right?
Tell them, Fields.
All right, so 35% of it is payment history. 30% of it is your balances. So the magic number, and it's kind of funny that's 30%. On
30%?
any revolving debt, make sure you stay at 30% or less.
The credit to debt ratio don't go over 25.
But they ding you once you get over 30.
Yeah.
So 30% on any revolving debts. So revolving debts are credit cards. Okay. So don't have any maxed out credit cards because that shows that you can manage your credit. I can't remember the finite details, but the next three are your credit types. So having a mixed use of credit, so like a mortgage, a car note, credit cards, installments. That's I think that's like 10%.
15. It's 15.
15. Then the longest account, so credit like time. So you get if you have
length
like
of history.
Length of history. That's the one. And then the last one, why is the last one evading me right now? It's length of history and then inquiries. Inquiries is the last one. Inquiries is only 10%. That's the lowest one. The other two are, what is it? I said 65, 75. So it's 10, 10, 15. So inquiries is only 10%. So don't get it twisted. Just because you inquire about your credit does not mean your credit is going to go into the tank. That is not true. That's not true. Like, if you pay your bills on time, one hard inquiry is not going to lower your credit score more than 2 or 3 points. I've seen it. I've done it. Like, don't let anybody else tell you anything otherwise. The time that it does lower your score is when you have bad credit and you try to get credit and they shop your social security around. So if you get, like, say, for example, you're going to get a car, your credit is like 520 and all of a sudden you have 20 inquiries. Well, guess what? 20 people had to see whether or not they were going to give you the money for this car that you want. Because now you're trying to acquire a debt. So that looks bad. But if you go into a car shop one time, they pull your credit once, they give you the car, that's literally 2 points. You paying your bills the next month gives you those 2 points back. It's not hard. So the biggest two things is paying your bills on time and not overextending your credit. That's 65% of your credit score. Like those two things, just paying your bills on time is a third of your credit score. A third of your score. So 35%. So it's not hard to fix your credit. Now, when you get into collections and all that other stuff, that's a different topic. But as far as like maintaining what you have and making it better, paying your bills on time and don't go over 30% and you're straight.
Shit, I was there, but it's a way to get around that shit because I did. I consolidated one joint to a loan. So that loan got bought out and started with the bullshit. You remember Sprint was only giving out phones where they had like a limit on it, where I think it was like $125 or something like that. Yeah, like I wound up getting laid off after 9/11, and that's where like my credit wasn't the best then, but it like made my shit tank. Where I went through collections, so I said, well, I'll start with the bullshit. I got me a credit card that was like a $300 limit, and I did, step one was with that, and then basically what I did was I took a bill that I knew I would pay every month anyway.
Good job.
And I broke that payment up into two, every 2 weeks, and I still live by that now. Where when I broke it up into every 2 weeks, it was something I knew I was going to pay anyway. I winded up getting it to the point where I was always ahead a month. So that credit card limit is now $30,000, and I still got the same only one card. And I took that Sprint bill and I just paid that. And then it was like, oh, okay, we made offers for this. I went and bought a house. I went and bought a car. Like all of my shit, like I got 4 things of debt. And my joint is like straight. And I really, don't go out and buy shit. You know how they offer you credit cards when you go somewhere? I don't fuck with that shit. Because every time that's an inquiry, multiple joints in a month is what messes you up.
Yeah. So department stores. So department stores, all you're doing is what you're telling the credit bureaus is that you want more debt.
Yep.
And that's bad. So if you can't, the rule of thumb, if it doesn't have a Visa, MasterCard, American Express, or Discover card on it, don't get it. Because you can't use it everywhere. You can only use it in that one place. And how often do you go to that one place? Unless you're like a contractor and you got a Home Depot's card, that's completely different.
Yeah, Home Depot card would make sense in that case.
But if you're going to like the Buckle, but you've only been to the Buckle 2 times and you only got the card because they were going to give you $30 off that one purchase that you bought, makes no point because that hurts. So, rule of thumb, if it's got one of those symbols on it, get it. But like Math was saying, like there's no need to add more credit cards because all you're telling the credit bureau is, I need more debt. Like I can't handle what I already have, so give me more. And that's bad.
But you can the thing that I learned in the hustle was you increase your credit by like, you can actually ask for more credit and you can control like if you want them to lower or up your actual credit limit on a card. So like I said, I took mine up when I bought the house. I was like, okay, I can have some shit pop up. Let me check back every 6 months or so and see if I can increase it. Man, I started doing that. So naturally my credit to debt ratio winded up going down because I increased my line of credit. And it was just like, all right, well, I'm going to stay below whatever. So in turn, something I know I pay every month, life insurance or something like that. Like that's what's on my credit card. You know what I'm saying? And it's always going to keep it where, oh, okay, you did this month. You're making your payments on time. And the shit that I was going to pay anyway. And plus, when I wind up paying every 2 weeks, you wind up making an extra full payment by the end of the year anyway. So that's another hustle where I'm paying the house off. It's a 30-year mortgage, but I'm going to pay the house off in like 18 years. You know what I'm saying? So I got like 10 more years left on the house, and then I have a credit where I could rent it out for like $3,500 or whatever, being around DC or whatever, for like $3,500 and go somewhere and get something else if I want. So it's like it's a slow man's game, but it's a smart game. You know what I'm saying? So, let's see. Fuck, I got some.
Yeah, I always been
bullshitting.
I was a cash guy for a while. If I couldn't pay for it in cash, I didn't do it. But then as I started getting older, I started realizing a lot of like I had no credit at one time. So like getting anything. Like, and I don't have no fucking.
I am still a cash guy, but I'll just get cash and I'll keep it on hand so I don't go and run through swiping my shit and then it's like, oh damn, I forgot this was coming out, blah blah blah. Now my shit's fucked up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Where you're not living check to check. Give yourself an allowance for whatever. You know what I'm saying? And break it up.
Yeah.
If you micromanage it like that, somebody else won't have to do it for you.
Right.
Exactly.
That's the way I look at it.
I got a credit card a while back at my bank, man, and that pumped my credit score up by a lot too. I don't know what went into it. I was so insecure, and then I got like some consolidation shit as well. And then my shit went up at that time. I don't know where my shit's at right now, but it ain't.
Check that shit. It's free, man.
Yeah, it's free. So you have every year you get one free credit report from all three of the bureaus. You just have to call to get it, and they'll send it to you.
Can't do it online.
But if you got like Bank of America, I mean, I could check my shit whenever because they go through Credit Karma. They're affiliated with them now, so it's like I can go. I mean they do, but I can still get all three and see where I'm at.
Yeah.
So it's better to have something than not having anything.
Exactly.
So, or being subjugated to that one time a year.
Let's see where
was I got credit. I got a credit.
That's not Credit Karma. It's free credit report. That's what it is.
Okay, yeah, that's better.
Yeah, free credit report. That's what they go through. My bad. That's what they go through. I had to think about that shit. Yeah, that's what they go through.
I think still, my plan is, man, I want to start buying some real estate. Like start next year, really start looking into. I know a little bit of carpentry. I want to find somebody that's good in carpentry. I want to look at the floor. I don't know like how the floor clothes market looks, but I always want to find. I always said I want to find
with foreclosures. You're not dealing with like it could be a nightmare because you're dealing with a bank. So this is what happens when it's a bank who owns it. The bank will sit on your offer until somebody else comes along or until they're desperate. Because the thing is, yeah, exactly. Because they're trying to not lose any money.
But
so.
They tired of paying the tax. Don't you trying to?
They don't care. They don't care. It's all about profit and loss at the end of the day. The less they can write off, the better. So they will sit on your say for example, it's $100,000 that's owed on the house. You like, all right, well, I'll give you 70. they'll be like, all right, cool, and put your file in the corner for a month.
And see
if somebody come in with a higher offer, because if they can get a cash offer for 85 the net like a week later, well shoot, I'm about to that's a $15,000 loss, not a 30.
Oh, okay.
Like I could write off 15, 30 is a bit much. My boss will kill me.
So what so you were saying, so what causes you to be able to buy a house with this for the taxes on it? Like what situation?
Like it's called a tax foreclosure. It's different than a bank foreclosure.
Okay.
So a tax foreclosure is somebody who owned the house outright, no mortgage whatsoever, but they were delinquent on the taxes for whatever reason. The only way you would know about a tax foreclosure is if you look at your county website, and your county will let you know like which houses they have available for the taxes. And typically it's just, hey, I paid the taxes. Can I have the house? They sign over the deed. Bam, it's yours because you paid the taxes.
Because, I mean, it's on demand. It comes on demand like early.
So that's the difference between the two. A tax foreclosure is just somebody who was delinquent on the taxes and the county took it back or the city took it back. Whereas a mortgage foreclosure is somebody just not paying their mortgage and the bank owns it now.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, my question is, you knowing what the hell's going on out here, what would you do out here? How would you handle the situation?
Man, okay, so the thing is, man, it's so hard to get any kind of real estate there if you not like when I saw that 117 grand is low income there, bro, I almost took a dump. Because 117 grand here would be highfalutin society.
Fucking rich, basically.
Like you middle class and then some.
Yeah.
But like with you, like the biggest thing, like because the real estate game will be hard to get into out there, man, because of the fact that people who own it got it cheap when it was nothing.
Yeah.
So they know better not to sell it because they know how much money they making off of it. So unless you got like deep and big pockets, it's gonna be tough to like eminent domain somebody's joint for like $50. Like it's not about to happen.
Yeah, nah.
So
like I told you, like houses out here just to be considered fucking on the low scale is 450,000 to 500,000.
Like
that's
I think
pretty much low.
The only thing I could think of as far as on like some entrepreneurial spirit for there would be like a food truck, bro.
Yeah, and that's why it's a shitload of food trucks out here.
So yeah, so somebody beat me to the punch. Like that's like because the thing is, it's low maintenance. You can move anywhere, and the thing is, what's funny, because you offer such a great product, I've known people to like follow the food trucks.
Yeah.
So like you'll have a steady client base that'll never stop. So like that would be like the only thing I can consider, or just start slanging that Betty Yayo, hit up E40 and get a vineyard or something. Earl Stevens wine.
The food truck is the thing right now. Like even just restaurants alone have their own little baby food truck on the side. If you can't go to the restaurant, we got like food truck lanes and shit where multiple food trucks line up and you can just go there and get shit. Like you got the Mexican dude that got his shit like Primo has been on this corner in San Francisco for like 15 years and shit. Like the food trucks is the thing. It's like the main hustle.
Or you could be slanging beats on the corner like, hey man, I got these beats. $50 a whop. I'll shoot you an MP3. Holla at your boy.
Shit.
Nah, but that's it really. But I mean, I hope I answered everybody's questions. If you got any more, let me know. Hey, man, the more you know, man. My knowledge is your knowledge, bro.
Man, I appreciate that, man.
My wife stayed watching.
Behind the scenes probably tomorrow about something, man. I gotta get more some more information from you, brother. If you're not busy.
Oh man, you shoot, man. Shoot me on Facebook, whatever, dude. I'm typically at work writing mortgages, so I can type something away. It ain't that big of a deal.
All right, that'll work, man.
What was I saying? Huh?
Lance Stevenson, he went to the Lakers.
Yeah, I know. That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
How the fuck these two gonna play with each other? This is gonna be the most funniest shit ever.
Lance Stevenson went to the Lakers.
Lance Stevens playing with LeBron James.
They're gonna be best buddies.
Yeah, they're gonna be cool. Yep.
That shit's gonna be hilarious.
Hey, could you imagine that like ice bath talk? Like, hey, bro, remember when I blew in your ear?
Yo, that's bro. I've seen that shit, dog. Yo, LeBron was.
Hey, bro, remember that time I blew in your ear? Yeah, that I was Sachi.
Oh, that's why. Okay, I went in the living room. He was watching ESPN, and they showed that clip. I was like, why are they showing this clip? And I came to my room.
Like, I said, get up my skin, man. I ain't with you.
Yeah.
That's why they showing it.
That's the one nigga that get on LeBron nerves. Like,
hey, at least he ain't got to. At least he ain't got to have him guard him no more.
Yeah, I know.
Came to the Lakers. Him and Kobe was beefing.
That's gonna be hilarious.
My shit's on his last leg. I'm trying to see if this son can get that man with pro.
Huh?
Who got that hot fire?
They don't cheat. Hey,
Shit.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and call this a show, man. I want to thank everybody for coming through, showing some love on this first day.
Who got the hot fire? Who got the hot fire?
Fuck. I'm over here fucking around with this keyboard trying to get this pedal to work. Shit.
I'd like to thank the panel, the God, Black Man, Mr. Wallace, Mike Mosley, Deb Dunlap, Black Man, Mark the Spark, Daniels, RTO, Bless Girl, DJ Wildbot, next time, that's dope, 103 in the building. He say peace on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Peace, man. Holla. Fuck. Is this it?
So you got it in the foot switch swap.
Oh.
Don't worry, I can cut it off in less than a month. Never. That's a never. Huh? What? No, it's February, man. It's 2 days. It's 3 days after Grandma. It's February 27th. Grandma.
What's up, I'm DJ Wildbody. Catch y'all next week. Hey.